So am I. There we go. That's
Okay.
a lot better.
Yeah,
Mic check, 2, 3, 4.
Better. All right. All
Check,
right.
check, check.
Check, check, mic check.
Mic check, 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 check.
All right. Hello and good afternoon. We're coming to you live from the Sun Bowl here in El Paso for the. All right.
Your audio's hot. Just let them know that you're starting at 12:30.
Okay. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are coming to you live from the Sun Bowl here in El Paso, Texas for the Greater El Paso Football Showcase. We're getting ready to start the pregame festivities as the players will get introduced along with the All-Star Band and everything else. We will get started here at 12:30, so in about 10 minutes or so, we'll get the pregame festivities underway and the kickoff scheduled at 1:05. Join myself and Bill Kuhn for all the action. Should be a very, very fun afternoon here at the Sun Bowl. Hello and good afternoon. We come to you live from the Sun Bowl here in El Paso, Texas. A beautiful, sunny December afternoon here in El Paso. Tony Venegas alongside Bill Kuhn. And here we are at the Sun Bowl for the 26th annual Greater El Paso Football Showcase. And Bill, it's a different format than what it's been in the past, but it should be a very exciting game to see the senior class get to play on the field one last time.
What a great way to celebrate the senior class here in El Paso of 34 different high schools. New. It's no longer East versus West. It is a red storm against the Blue Thunder, and they had an NFL draft a few weeks ago to pick these 92 kids on which team they're going to be playing on.
Yep, and like you said, the new draft format a little bit different, not the East-West that it's been in the past, but the new draft format gives an opportunity to you have, in some cases, you do have teammates going up against each other, but also in a lot of cases you have district opponents that played each other in district, that are familiar with each other. Now they're on the same team. And,
that's right.
And but the big reason they did that, tried to promote more competitiveness after the last couple of years. And just if you look at the rosters on paper, we should have a very, very talented group of players on the field this afternoon.
On both sides, in the last few years, the East has been dominating this game, and they decided to go with this new format so that it'd be more competitive. You got Coronado playing against Coronado. You got Eastwood playing against Eastwood. So it's going to be a great and exciting way to finish these high school seniors' football career here on the field.
Yeah, and I mean, and the other big thing, this is all part of a big All-Star weekend that they have going on here. Yesterday, out there at the Socorro Student Activities Complex, they had a scouting combine where you had college coaches come out and get a chance to talk with the players. The kids got to perform drills, got to get their eyes in front of some scouts. And when you think about where El Paso is located, just kind of isolated from the rest of Texas,
right.
Just having an event like that is just so important to give a lot of these athletes an opportunity to play at the next level, because let's face it, sometimes they may not get as much exposure as opposed to being in a school from, say, like the Metroplex or in San Antonio or in the Houston area. So it's all part of just a great weekend.
You're right. And, I heard at Socorro, a lot of kids got offered scholarships to go and play at the next level so they can further their football career and get that education. What a great opportunity for these seniors!
Yeah, great opportunity for these seniors, and we're about 30 minutes away or so from kickoff. It should be a fun opportunity, and here we are getting set with the a little bit of the draft here, just showing that from a few weeks ago. And Chris Babcock, he and I were there to take that all in, and it was just an awesome environment there at the Isleta Penn School District. It was he had different players going at different teams, but also once you kind of started to see the teams all kind of come together after those first couple of picks, then you started to realize, man, no matter how it shakes out, there's just going to be a lot of talent on the field, and a lot of talent that used to be going up against each other. Now they'll be playing on the same side.
It is. For years in El Paso, we can't compete against Odessas and the Permians and things like that. Now we can with an all-star game. When you have all this talent on the field on one side of the ball, they're going to be able to compete with anybody here in Texas. So it's going to be exciting to see that. It's going to be exciting to see the quarterback throwing to somebody else that they've never thrown to before, that they've seen on the other side.
Right, and as they're showing footage of the draft back on November 19th, I mean they get the whole treatment. They get the walk down, presented with a hat and a jersey, and get to take a picture, just like you said, like in front of the I guess not the commissioner, but the president of this showcase. So just an awesome event. It seemed to be a great success. There were a lot of people there at the Isleta ISD administration building a few weeks back, and obviously we'll see how it plays out on the field. But I would definitely say so far, at least the events leading up to the games here this afternoon have all been a success.
It is, and it's it showcases the football talent, but we also have the dance team and the bands and the choirs, ROTC, all the seniors that are in El Paso that's celebrating, that has come out on the football field sometime during the football season. We're celebrating those kids that's out here, and to just thank them for all that they've done
Yeah.
throughout the last 4 years of their life.
Just a lot of great action, great festivities, and at least we're getting set here as they're getting ready to bring out the flag here. But just one more note here: the one thing that you'll notice, you'll see, still the traditional blue and red jerseys that we've seen in past games, and the individual players will be wearing their primary helmet from their respective school. But the other thing that I really enjoy about this is just the fact that they have decals from all the other schools all on their helmet, just just as a sign of unity and just coming together. Because at the end of the day, a game like this is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be fun, and just a great way to cap off a high school football season. And for some of these kids, they're trying to get on to the next level, but for some, this might be the last football game they ever get to play in.
It is, and this is their time to shine. This is their time in the sun Bowl, here on a beautiful day, just to show what they have, just to enjoy their game that they've celebrated for all of their life. And some of these kids, this may be the last time they touch a football, and so they want to make sure that they give everybody that chance to touch that football. You see the parents out on the sidelines celebrating this. ROTC's coming in with a big 50-foot flag for the national anthem tomorrow. So we're excited to see this and excited to see all these seniors that are out here on the field.
And we're excited that you all are part of this here on hszone.tv in partnership with the El Paso Herald-Post. We're actually going to cut away here for just a second as they're getting set to present the colors and perform the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we will stop here for just a moment, but following the national anthem, we will come back and get things going with the player introductions.
For the invocation. The invocation will be given by Reverend Catherine Norvell.
We gather this day with many beliefs and spiritual understandings. Some of us call upon God for blessings. Some of us look to that divine spark within that connects us one to another. And so we pray. We give thanks for this day and the hopes and dreams that come together here. We give thanks for family, friends, coaches, and teachers, for the sponsors of this showcase, all who have encouraged the young men and women participating in this event today. Throughout this time, may everyone be blessed with the highest aspirations and the strength to pursue excellence, performing to the best of their abilities. We give thanks for all the talent, energy, and passion represented here, and ask that these gifts be joined by respect for one another and the grace to find the best in each person, regardless of team or affiliation. May all that happens here serve to help these students learn, grow, and develop into adults with moral courage and integrity. May everyone stay safe from injury and harm, both physical and emotional. During this game and as we go forward from here, may we all know once again that we are not isolated individuals, but connected with one another in community with all its diversity, promise, and need. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Norvell. Detachment Commander, present the flag. The American flag being honored today is a special flag that will not roll from its flag staff. dark side of the immense greatness of the United States of America. Please remain standing as we honor our nation and flag with the national anthem sung by the All-Star comprised Arkansas and Northern as well as senior students from the greater El Paso area. They are under the direction of humane Arkansas Fire Director.
Sung by the All-Star Choir, and also the flag being presented at midfield by the ROTCs from separate high schools. And you mentioned it, Bill. It's not just about honoring the players on the field, but also honoring the choir, the cheerleaders, just everybody else involved with high school football here in El Paso.
That's right. We even got all-star mascots that'll be coming out and being part of the game this year. So it's a great time. You know, the choir was wonderful. ROTC is still on the field with the huge flag. What a great symbolism. You know, I heard Dabo Sweeney talk about how football brings everybody together. And you look around the stadium, you got 2,000 to 5,000 people here, all backgrounds. They're all together to cheer for football. What a great avenue football is to bring the United States together with a huge flag on the field.
Yeah, just bringing the flag on the field, and now we're seeing some of the trainers being presented, and after the trainers, we'll have the players being introduced. And Bill, you and I will kind of go through some of the players
right.
as they get introduced. And again, it's really it's about them today. It's about them to see them them play on the field last time, because at least this season, El Paso high school football, boy, we saw just a lot of incredible plays, just players making big numbers, and at least in the case of a couple players having a chance to go on to play college football. And I'll just name one example here was Darius Barfield, committed to go to San Diego State for next season. Just having that kind of talent, and just having him being put in the spotlight, it's a great opportunity for everybody.
And it shows the talent that's here in El Paso, Texas. And all over the city. We got talent all over the city. It's spread out, but it's great. And going to San Diego State, what a great opportunity to go out and represent in California what El Paso means.
Yeah, exactly. And who knows, maybe with some of these other players playing in this game, they may get the opportunity to actually suit up and play their college career right here in El Paso and play for UTEP. We've seen a couple of those guys from that All-Star game suit up as minors,
right.
And just a lot of great opportunities. And of course, obviously, just a lot could change, especially with UTEP bringing Dana Dimmel, the new new coaching staff. So we'll see. What kind of talent they bring in. But there are a lot of these players, which we'll see on the field here this afternoon, that have the talent to play at the next level.
Well, the biggest name right now from El Paso is Aaron Jones. And what is he doing for? He's starting for the Green Bay Packers, a running back for Green Bay Packers. Here comes out the trainers for all the high schools. So it's a great thing for them to celebrate all these guys that are seniors that's coming out and being part of the football game.
Just a great part of it, and as everybody makes their way off the field. Just real quick, actually, just a recognition, the choir that was performing the national anthem, that was the choir from Bel Air High School, home of the Highlanders.
Oh, really?
And again, but the ROTC involved from all different schools, a lot of different sponsors being recognized, trainers. So everybody's involved in this game. It's a great community event. Really, this is the game that pretty much caps off the high school football season here in El Paso every year. And just looking ahead to next season, we're about now 18 minutes away from kickoff between the Red Storm and the Blue Thunder. As mentioned, it's a different format from what it's been in the past. You usually had a East and West, but just with the way the population has shifted, you've had a lot more people move out east. So in order to make a change, decided to go with an NFL draft format. So as Bill and I had mentioned earlier, that this game will feature teams or teammates from the same schools. They'll be going up against each other. We'll see a lot of that. So like you said, Bill, Montwood against Montwood, Eastwood against Eastwood, Canutillo against Canutillo. Just a lot of different players will be going up against different teammates, and it should be a lot of fun here this afternoon.
It will be. Great sponsors of this game is West Star Bank, El Paso Electric, BSN Sports, and Ysleta ISD are all sponsors of this classic, and we can't do anything, and you can't do a big program like this without great sponsors of that I just read off: West Star, El Paso Electric, BSN Sports, and then Ysleta ISD. So we want to thank those sponsors, live on TV, so that they know that we appreciate all that they've done.
Yeah, they've really done a great job of just doing their part to make this game possible, especially for as long as it's gone now, 26 years.
I know.
Here in El Paso. Just been a great thing for everybody involved. Just a couple of things about these teams, or at least some of the events leading up to it. Now, both teams did practice for a couple of weeks leading up to this game. Just because in an all-star game, when you have a lot of new faces, it takes a little bit of time to kind of get used to each other and their tendencies. So had an opportunity to do that. Also had a junior all-star mentor day back at the beginning of this month.
That's right.
We're just giving them an opportunity to do that media day, and with that mentorship, these high school students got a chance to just hang out with kids from middle school and take a tour of the UTEP campus. And who knows? And as this game has gone on, we've seen a lot of these kids involved in that mentorship program in 5th and 6th grade have gone on to play in this game here.
Absolutely, and that's what it's all about. It's mentoring the younger kids, showing what's coming out, showing what UTEP has to offer for this community and for the students of this community, so that they have something long-term to think about and better their lives.
And we'll go ahead and turn it back over to the field as all the players are being introduced. They'll be alternating back and forth between the Red Storm and the Blue Thunder. We'll start with actually the Red Storm, and first player introduced, the quarterback Andrew Fernandez from Montwood. And
what a year they had!
Yeah, what a year the Rams had. Just the sheer numbers that he put up this season for the Rams, and a great season. 9-1, or actually rather 10-2, a share of the District 1 6A title, getting to the area round of the playoffs. Just an explosive offense, and really one of the most fun teams to watch in El Paso this season. Really,
and they came off with a bad year before last, and then they all of a sudden they jumped up to the top of the city this year and held that spot. Their first loss was their last game against Eastwood.
Right.
And I think we all were a little surprised about that, but what a great team they are, and Andrew Fernandez is leading that organization for this year as senior.
And we'll go ahead and do another spotlight here, this time for the Blue Thunder with Emilio Rios from Eastlake High School. Just watching him this season, it seemed no matter if there was a big pass play for the Falcons, number 7 was the main target they'd always go to. And actually, he not only is he a great football player, but he's also a track star. He'll be actually committed to UTEP as a long-termer, so he'll be part of a very proud track and field program at UTEP.
UTEP has a world-class track program. They bring people from all over the world. They're always top in the NCAA, so what a compliment to that young man and joining track.
as we keep going here, we'll stick with the Blue Thunder and Jose Luis Herrera from Coronado High School. And just again, you want to talk about an explosive playmaker. He was that guy and more. Just every time I saw him play this season, always seemed like he came up with a big kickoff return, big punt return, lined up at quarterback. He did a little bit of everything for a Thunderbird team that was able to get back into the playoffs after a few years, and back in the stadium towards the end of the season beat Franklin, their big arch rivals, the first time that the senior class beat their West Side rivals, and out there, Coronado, that's a big deal.
It is.
And Herrera was a big part of that this year.
You know, with the head coach, Don Brooks, longtime coach at Coronado, you know, you got to expect him to draft somebody from Coronado, and it's great that Don's out here leading the Blue Thunder and has Jose on his team to lead that team and to win finally.
Right. So just with the coaches too, Don Brooks, as you mentioned, the former longtime Coronado head coach, he'll be coaching the Blue Thunder. Red Storm will be coached by Phil Hatch, a longtime coach here in El Paso. Getting back over here to the introductions on the field, we'll stick with another Eastlake player, wide receiver Ivan Avina, and boy, again, just had a little bit of injury problems this season. Ended up missing a couple of games, but boy, he just with that Eastlake offense, whether it was lining up a running back or wide receiver, he was just the guy that made plays. He
was, and Eastlake was such a strong team on the east side. That whole far east was, you know, they battled each other. You know, it's like some of these conferences that they just beat up on each other all year long, and it's something that he should be proud of, all that the work he did this year as a senior at Eastlake.
And as we keep going here, they're introducing now Jacob Hernandez, defensive back from the Pebble Hill Spartans. And I would argue that they were probably the biggest surprise out of the entire city. People thought that they were going to take a step up just in their second year, but they were 8-0. They were a legit district title contender, you know, throughout the entire season.
They were, you know, and it's a new school. So this is what, their second year as a senior class?
Yes, first senior class, the second year as a varsity program.
You know, and then they jump up, you know, to their district 8-0. You can't beat that at Pebble Hills, and coach out at Pebble Hills has done a great job of grooming these kids and recruiting these kids to come in and having a great year. And we're going to see great things happen with Pebble Hills in years to come.
Yeah, we certainly will as we keep going here. And next up being introduced, actually defensive end, outside linebacker Joshua Lopez from the Andrews Eagles.
Yeah.
And Andrews, I mean, they're just one of those programs that they're always there. They're always in the mix, always a lot of talent. And Lopez there on the defensive side may not get as much of the publicity as just as some of the other talent, but boy, he was an effective playmaker for the Eagles this season.
I covered a couple Andrews' games, and they were just, that defense was just so tough. And, you know, I covered Irvin Andrus. That was an ugly game. I think Irvin finally scored, but that defensive line was just a roadblock for all teams.
Yeah. Just a great defensive unit, and as the players are being introduced here, as they have Jamari Bullock from the Eastern Troopers, and actually one of the players they actually introduced a few moments ago was actually inside linebacker Andy Cortez from Jefferson, and boy, what a story they turned into at the end of the season, winning their last two games, including Bowie, the Bowie game, the last game of the season here at this stadium, and then winning a coin flip to break a 5-way tie for the last playoff spot.
Well, they had to win to get in that 5-way coin flip, and they did, and not only did they win, they won the coin flip. You can't get any luckier than what Jefferson did this year on that coin flip.
But also a great accomplishment for Jefferson. First time in the playoffs in over 20 years.
Yeah, that's huge.
Which is big for them. Head coach Tony Martinez in his first season taking the Silver Foxes back to the playoffs. Only the third time in program history that they've ever made the playoffs. So a big deal, and definitely something. At least for future Silver Foxes, they can look forward to that as like, hey, you know, this is a team we were able to get to the playoffs. Like, we can do this, and now they can build off of that for next season.
Absolutely, it's just a stepping stone. If you're in this year, next year, hopefully they didn't graduate all their seniors, and I haven't got to see the roster. You know, there was a couple of teams I covered this year. They literally graduated 3/4 of their team that was seniors this year. So there's going to be some change in high school football here in El Paso. Maybe Jefferson can take that next step forward and make sure that they keep on gaining as they gaining in their division.
All right, as they keep going here with the player with the player introductions, players from just from, like you said, just from all over the city, Isleta, America, Scanopio, just all across the city. Cathedral going to two now back-to-back state champions in their division. Patrick Tovar being introduced, big part of that. Alvaro Hernandez, offensive lineman from Del Valle, and I mentioned Andrews has a consistent program. You want to go down to the lower valley, just off of Loop 375. Right. Del Valle, they haven't been around for too long compared to a lot of these other schools, but boy, it seems that they're just in the playoffs and always have a very strong team year after year.
They do. Coach Montez down there has done a great job at Del Valle. His son, starting quarterback at Colorado this year, and has done a great job in Colorado. And his brother just finished up this year at Del Valle, and I love the family support because his brother would call, from Stephen from Colorado would call his brother to talk to him and encourage him during the season. Del Valle is a great force down in the lower valley, and they've been good for years.
And with Raymond as the younger brother, he'll be a senior next year, so who knows? We might be seeing him in this game next year.
We probably will be.
And as we're down to just a few players here, Trey Sanchez being introduced from El Dorado, and again, just an El Dorado team. I know we talked about Cedarius Barfield, just what kind of talent they have, but El Dorado always seemed to be one of the most fun teams to watch over the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, they've come up as a new school. Also, Pebble Hills is our newest high school, but El Dorado was there a few years ago, and they've grown that program. I've got those kids trained in the middle school area to where they come up and are ready to play football when they step on the field at the high school.
And as we get through get to the last few, Alejandro Rivera from Clinton High School, the Lions.
What a season they had.
What a season they had. Really took, in that district, the top team is Andrews. They went to Andrews and really hung with them for most of that game. This is a Clinton team that has been consistently very strong over the last few years, and it's always good just to see these smaller schools who may not get as much of the spotlight to have a player from the smaller schools get represented and put out. And we talked about it earlier, getting a chance to get in front of some scouts, get in front of some college coaches, and show, hey, show them if they perform well, then they can get an opportunity to keep playing at the next level.
Clint's done a great job this year. That dynamic down in the lower valley, Clint, Sanelli, those coaches fight for these players down in the farmlands, and Clint's really done a great job fighting for these kids, developing these kids at a little age, at a smaller age group.
And as we get through the last introduction here, Dietrich King, the offensive lineman for Pebble Hills, will not play in this game. Suffered an injury towards the end of the season, but still good on him to get recognized in this game. The one other player I do want to mention, that was one of the last players introduced. He'll be a defensive lineman for the Blue Thunder, and that'll be Nathan Mendoza from Parkland. And boy, for the Matadors, the Matadors this season, they get to hold the mantle of the last team standing in El Paso.
That's right.
Able to get to the third round of the playoffs only the second time in program history. I'd followed them, throughout the playoffs the last couple of weeks. Beat a very good Lubbock Cooper team. Went up against a Richland team that was very strong in their own right. But again, for the Parkland Matadors, under first-year head coach Eric Franz, defensive coordinator last year, you just see just over the last two seasons just the transformation that's gone on there in Parkland.
It is, and Parkland, the pride of the Northeast, pride of Ysleta, the only high school in the Northeast for Ysleta, have come a long way in their program. The coach has worked hard, and got these kids playing. And as far as they went in the playoffs, that's one of the furthest teams we've had in a long time coming out of El Paso.
Yeah, certainly in a while. Of course, everybody remembers the run that the Canutillo Eagles made back in 2014, going all the way to the state semifinals that year. And that's the farthest anybody's ever gotten from El Paso.
That's right.
And
in football.
In football, yes. Yeah, we're talking just football. But again, actually, But again, it's a great display of talent here this afternoon. It'll be a lot of fun as both the band, the cheerleaders, the mascots get their way to clear the field. So, and again, like pretty much a lot of schools are represented. East Sleda, Coronado,
That's
Hanks,
right.
Horizon, Jefferson, just all over the city and all over El Paso County, just stretching all the way out. Everybody represented here. This afternoon.
34 schools, 9 school districts in El Paso County, or somebody's here representing their school and their pride of their schools. What a great time. You know, I'm looking at the coaching staff. You know, Don has his son from Canutillo. Scott Brooks helping him out. You know, what a family tradition that is in the Brooks family. It's a coaching and how they've grown the programs.
Yeah, it's certainly come a long way with the program, and as we're getting set to kick off here in just a few minutes,
coin flip.
We have both teams getting set here with the coin flip, and again, just a beautiful day here in El Paso. Current temperature outside 53 degrees. Very very pleasant day. A little bit cooler than it usually is this time of year, but compared to last year where it was cool. But boy, we had a very rare December windstorm.
Oh, no.
And just with an all-star game like this, those are kind of tough just because you may not necessarily get to see the best of what they can do because of the weather conditions. But it's a cool day. It's a beautiful day, a sunny day. Not a cloud in the sky, and really it's just perfect weather to give these players an opportunity to show what they can do on the field.
That's right. And if you look at the forecast, you couldn't pick a better day because tomorrow, rain, wind, maybe a little snow. We've got a little breeze coming out of the south, it looks like. So anybody on that south end maybe have a little trouble throwing or kicking that field goal. So we'll be watching that. Right now, the Texas flag is coming into the stadium on the south end. So we've got a good little breeze going on here, but so far it looks good. Great crowd of families on both sides of the stadium. I'm estimating about 5,000 people.
Yeah, definitely good crowd, and a lot going on here on the UTEP campus this weekend. You have the All-Star game, also right down the road to Don Haskins Center, a graduation going on there for UTEP, and I also do want to mention a special congratulations to everybody graduating. Definitely a great accomplishment for them and their families to go celebrate. So a busy time here in El Paso as both teams get set to take the field. President of the All-Star Game, Rick Hernandez, doing the introductions on the field right now. Then after that, we will have the coin toss, and both teams will get set to take the field. Have a number of captains here for each side. We'll try to get to as many of them as we can.
You know, UTEP is in the next few weeks is going to be very busy. You said All-Star Game, that's classic year. We got graduation. We got the Sun Bowl Basketball Invitational next week. 4 great teams, including UTEP, is going to be playing in that. And something near and dear to my heart is the Sun Bowl coming up on the 29th.
On the 29th, great matchup in that one. Arizona State, who's been here a few times before, against North Carolina State, which, from what I understand, this will be their first time making the trip out here to El Paso.
It is, and they may have the number 1 draft pick in the NFL draft this year. So it's a great time. You got number 40 as the captain on the Red Storm, and that is Carlos Baez from Del Valle. 44 is Matthew Zabart from Chapin.
And just taking a look at some of the other captains here for the Blue Thunder. Darius Barfield, number 6, quarterback from El Dorado. He's in there along with Anthony Baird, the quarterback from Chapin High School. And again, the Huskies always seem to be a really good program every single year. And also Joshua Lopez from Andrus, among the captains. So they're getting set to decide who will get the ball first, as there'll be the Red Storm and the Blue Thunder, and like I said, different format from what it's been in the past. It's opposed to East-West, where East would be the red squad and West would be the blue squad. But as we get set, we'll have a pretty big crowd of people down there, from the players to the media to coin toss, and Looks like they kind of lost track of the coin there for a second. But
when I was coming in, I saw Coach Hatch, and he says, "Bill, always remember, you can't have lightning without a storm."
Yep.
And he's already pushing his red storm this year. So we're dividing the field.
Let's see who's gonna get the ball first. I believe it'll be
Blue Thunder.
Blue
will receive the ball.
Will receive to start the game here. So we'll get to see their offense take the field first. The two quarterbacks for the Blue Thunder for this game this afternoon, Darius Barfield and Anthony Barrett from Chapin. Two different styles, but two very talented quarterbacks.
That's right. We're looking at the teams, and we're looking at maybe the Blue Thunder maybe passing a little bit more, and the Red Storm may be running the ball. So you're going to have, all sorts of offense going on the field, on the ground and then in the air. So it'll be an exciting game to watch and to see what happens and who prevails, Coach Brooks or Coach Hatch.
Right. And also, it's a little bit of a different format. High school games are 12 minutes long, but this is a full-length, more of a college-style game, so we'll have 15 minutes on the clock per each quarter. And as both teams make their way onto the field, should be a lot of fun. Red Storm getting set to kick off, and the Blue Thunder getting set to return here as well. Again, watching this game live here on HSZone.tv on a beautiful, beautiful day here in El Paso, here at the Sun Bowl.
Looks like it's going to be Jose Orozco from Hanks High School on the east side, going to be kicking off.
And the two returners. Actually, it looks like there's a third. Actually, three returners here for both sides, and boy, they are three of some of the fastest players in the city. Tyrese Andrews, wide receiver from Monwood High School. Jose Luis Herrera from Coronado, and down there on the far side of the field, Ezekiel Jones, running back from Eastlake. Just, you want to talk about just pure speed. You have that at the return game.
All three guys are just pure speed, lightning in a bottle, if you want to say. So here we go. Jose's getting geared up to kick off.
Crowd is coming to their feet. Everybody's ready to go. Orozco gets set for the Red Storm, and everybody's ready to go. And we're glad that you're part of the journey with us as we are.
The ball falls off the tee.
Hold on. I was building it up to kick it off, and right when I was about to say we are underway, the ball fell off the tee. So take two. We'll try this again.
There is a wind down there on that field.
A little bit of a wind. For those that may not be familiar with the Sun Bowl, the wind does swirl down there on the field, so could be a factor here this afternoon. But again, other than a breeze, just a beautiful day for football in the Sun Bowl. So here we go. We're going to try this again, and now we are underway from the 26th Senior All-Star Game. It'll be Herrera taking the ball at the 6, work his way around, and a good open field tackle there for the Red Storm on special teams to open this one.
Diego Lewis from Andrus looks like got the tackle there first on the tackle.
Yeah, Diego Lewis, and also looks like Chris Sepulveda, 35 from Eastlake. He gets it going, and now we are underway as the Blue Thunder will take over. It looks like at the 17-yard line, and it will be Darius Barfield coming out at quarterback to start the game here for the Blue Thunder.
Nobody in the backfield.
Nobody in the backfield. 5 receivers. Receiver goes in motion. Barfield takes a snap, looking to throw, looking to escape the pressure. He's going to take a shot down the field. Receiver is open at the 35, and he'll be tackled just past that 35-yard line. That's Herrera. Looks like it'll be about a gain of 36, or rather to the 36, gain of 19 for Herrera on a first down for the Blue Thunder.
What a great throw to the right. 82 on the Red Thunder. Rene Marquez came out and chased Barfield out of the backfield.
First down and 10 from the 36. Barfield, another quick throw, completes it, and it'll be near another first down as they're working quickly that time.
Michael
And Michelangelo Obanon from Parkland High School getting that one, and they are going to give him a first down to the 47. And fun part of this game is that you get to see a little bit of different offenses, and very quickly here, 2 plays and 30 yards. So good start for the Blue Thunder here on offense. Barfield with the empty set, he takes the snap. Now he scrambles back over to his right. Now still looking to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field, and that one is going to be caught.
He caught it, but
is it inbounds?
He caught it.
Yes, it is. It is inbounds to, guess who? Tyrese Andrews down the sideline. And that one will be marked just inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. A great catch.
Over 2 defenders.
Andrews.
He was over 2 defenders on the back end of the 2 defenders, reached up and grabbed that catch and brought it down inbounds.
Yeah, showing the replay there as Barfield looked like he may have underthrown that just a little bit, but just as he's done all year, Andrews making a tremendous catch on that play. So first down for the Blue Thunder. Barfield back to pass. He throws, and that one is too high over the hand of Obanon. Second down and 10. So the first incomplete pass of the afternoon, but Barfield taking a shot down the field. We've seen just the kind of arm that he has, just being able to make plays in open space. He's just done that all season long.
He has, and his receivers are open. That first time that his receiver was not open and kind of overthrew his receiver on the left side of the field.
So second down and 10 from the 14-yard line of the Red Storm. Barfield takes the snap, looking to throw. He's going to take a shot back over to Andrews, and Andrews not able to come up with the jump ball that time. That pass is incomplete, and good defense that time by Andrew Revilla from Montwood. So Montwood going up against Montwood, 2 guys that are very familiar with each other, and I'm sure those 2 have gone up against each other in practice from time to time.
I'm sure they have, and they know each other and kind of can pick on each other as they go up against each other.
So third down and 10 at the 14. Barfield scrambles over to his left side this time. He's going to throw across his body. Passes incomplete. His intended receiver that time was Zacharias Prescia from the Parkland Matadors. Prescia, another big play receiver this season, and it'll bring up fourth down. So after 3 great passes to start the game, the drive kind of stalls out for Barfield, and we'll get a chance now to bring on the field goal unit for the Blue Thunder.
And it looks like it's going to be Joel Garello from Clint.
Yeah, from Clint. He'll get set to kick this field goal from about 31 yards out from the right hash. Kick is up. It's on its way, and it is good. So Garola gets the first points on the board here in the 26th Greater El Paso Senior Showcase. It is now 3-0 Blue Thunder taking the early lead, and again we talk about the wind, a little bit of a breeze that time. The wind actually blowing out, at least for the moment. Certainly will help the kickers going that direction here in this game.
Absolutely, and that series of plays only took them 2 minutes, a little under 2 minutes to come out and get that far down the field. But Blue Thunder really came out and wanted to drive that ball, pass that ball down the field. So we'll see what a Red Storm has up its sleeve for the for the offense.
So it was a 7-play drive that went about 1 minute 42 seconds that capped off with a 31-yard field goal by Joel Garola, as the Blue Thunder are on the board here 3-0 with 13:08 to go here in the first quarter. Garola will now get set to kick away for Blue Thunder, and Red Storm 3 returners back deep as well. And he kicks that one off. It's going to be fielded near the far side. I believe that is Hudis from Eastwood inside the 5. He'll get it back over to the right-hand side of 15, and he'll be wrapped up just past the 15. Looks like the officials will give him the 17-yard line. So Hudis, big-time playmaker for the Troopers this season, brings it out, and Red Storm will take over here with 13 minutes to go in the first quarter at their own 17-yard line to start their offense.
And Hudis 15 yards, bringing it back in to the 17. So here comes the Red Storm coming out, led by Andrew Fernandez from Montwood High School.
Yeah, Andrew Fernandez, 2 quarterbacks for the Red Storm. Andrew Fernandez and A.J. Briggs, two guys who know how to throw the football.
That's
so
right.
Should be a lot of high-flying action in this one. Receiver in motion for Fernandez. He takes the snap, scrambles over to his right side looking for his receiver. Now he's going to take a shot down the field, and that is
what a catch.
caught. Actually, no, incomplete.
No.
Officials say that one hit the ground. Intended receiver was Cameron Hill from El Dorado. Made out a diving catch near midfield, but officials say he was not able to secure it coming down, so it'll be a 2nd down and 10.
Fernandez had to throw that ball real quick. He did get hit hard after he released that ball, and it was a good effort by the receiver to try to catch that ball, but unfortunately bounced on the ground beforehand. Here we go again.
And 2nd down and 10 from the 17-yard line. Fernandez out of the shotgun. He takes the snap, surveying the field. He's going to step up. He makes a throw, and that one is knocked away and incomplete. Good defense that time for the Blue Thunder. That is Micah Ward, defensive back out of Chapin High School. And boy, that was a great play on that particular.
He was right there step by step, and he was able to put his hand in there to block that pass, or it would have been a big pickup for the Red Storm.
So a 3rd down and 10. Neither team has ran the football as of yet. 6 passes, and might be another passing situation here. Receiver in motion. Fernandez quickly working to his right. Still looking now to the sideline. Now has to scramble, working his way back inside the 5. Now gets back into the end zone. Now he's looking to take a throw. He throws that one up, and that one is knocked away, almost intercepted that time. That was intended receiver, I believe. That was Ivan Avina for Eastlake, and Javier Ariano from Canutillo making a good play to knock that one away.
He did, and Andrew Fernandez went all the way back into his end zone to get away from. Here we go. He's passed the ball out.
That was from earlier, but now it looks like we have a flag on the field. Looks like to be in the area of holding. We'll see what the official call is here. I imagine if it's a holding call that Blue Thunder would go ahead and
block in the back. Ooh, Blue Thunder.
Okay, so it's a block. It's a block in the back on red, except he pointed towards blue. So
he did.
So I think he just pointed incorrectly. So it'll be penalty declined, and now the Red Storm will punt this one away. A couple of returners back here. And that
not
was
a great punt.
That was a line drive, a little knuckleball of a kick, and as that one will roll just inside the 50. So great field position coming up for the Blue Thunder to start things off, as they will take over inside the Red Storm. Looks like the 47-yard line here. 12:21 to go in the first quarter, and it is a 3-0 Blue Thunder lead.
Yeah, it's, that kick may have been tipped as a punter was kicking that ball, and it was a knuckleball. Did not go anywhere. So here we go. It's 1st down, 47 on the 47. Blue Thunder.
Yeah, Barfield back in the shotgun, empty set again. Now takes the pass. Now we'll have a handoff here this time. Going right across the middle, breaks a couple of tackles, and it'll be down over at the 42-yard line. And that is actually Obanon there with the carry. A good gain of 6 yards on 1st down. The first running play of the game.
Took him 3 minutes to start a running play here at the Classic. So that's looks like it's not going to be a running play here. We got 5 receivers coming out here.
Barfield out of the gun. Now he's looking to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. Has the receiver open, and that is complete inside the 10-yard line, out of bounds. And that is Zacharias Prescia out of Parkland High School, and taking a big shot down the field. Gain of 32 yards. It'll be 1st and goal for the Blue Thunder.
Wide open he was, coming down off the left side of that field. Wide open, caught the ball, and then got hit out of bounds.
So 1st and goal from the 10 as they show the replay. Barfield scramble now over to his left side, still looking to throw, and he'll just go ahead and step out of bounds. A big loss that time for the Blue Thunder as they move back to around the 15-yard line, so it'll be a loss of 5 for the Blue Thunder.
He had about 4 defensive linemen right after him. One of those was Rene Marquez from Irvin looked like. So there was a ton of people around him, and he had to get it out of bounds.
So 2nd down and 15 here for the Blue Thunder as Barfield goes across the
Touchdown.
middle, makes a throw, and completes it for a touchdown. It's Zacharias Prescia again from 15 yards out, and we have our first touchdown of the game with 11:16 to go in the first quarter. Make it 9-0 for the Blue Thunder.
Went right through, went right ahead, right through the defenders, pass, complete. What a great touchdown for number 9.
As Barfield makes a great throw just right over the middle, getting past the defender, and Prescia, just one of the big-time playmakers for Parkland this season. Zgorola knocks through the extra point. That is good. So 11:16 to go here in the first quarter. And boy, for the Blue Thunder, this is about as good of a start as he could ask for, up 10-0 here early on.
Absolutely. Phil Hatch has got to come back out and say what's going on with his offense and kind of do some new things with his offense, because he's down 10 points with about 11 minutes to go. So 4 minutes into the game, and he's already down 10 points.
So just a 4-play drive. Took him less than a minute, a 15-yard pass from Barfield to Zacharias Prescia. And the one thing that stood out to me so far, at least for the Blue Thunder, is just how quickly they've been able to move the ball and just getting big chunk plays down the field.
Absolutely. 4 plays, you go 47 yards. Just big, and only one run. We've only seen one run today, so it's been a passing game for this All-Star Classic.
So as we get set to kick this one back off, Steve Rolla to do the kicking for the Blue Thunder. It's a little bit of a shorter kick this time. He fielded right at the 10-yard line. And still breaking a couple of tackles that time as it gets past the 25. And that is Nate Lasone from Clint on the return there, and sets up Red Storm in some better field position. And now I know it's early, but they're going to try to at least kind of get something going here after going 3 and out in their first possession.
Absolutely, 1st and 10 on the 28-yard line. Andrew Fernandez is back there and getting ready to go.
So we got Fernandez.
Hands off.
Hands it off. So another running play right up the middle to Zubiate. And Zubiate will be brought down right near the 40-yard line. In fact, I think that's what they're going to give him here. 12-yard gain. And the first down of the game for the Red Storm.
What a great way that offensive line for the Red Storm opened that lane up for Zubiate, and he just ran right through for 12 yards.
Trying to bring down anybody 6'3", 230 pounds is a tough ask here. So on 1st down, Fernandez will keep it himself, and he'll be working his way back over to the left and gets out of bounds. He'll be taken out of bounds. Looks like he'll pick up about 6 yards on that 1st down. And that was really one kind of underrated aspect of Fernandez's game. Yeah, you saw the passing numbers, over 3,800 yards this season, but his ability to scramble and make plays with his feet really helped propel this Ram offense.
It was, and that play was designated for him. Joshua Lopez from Andress is one of the ones that stopped him on that play.
So a 2nd down and 4 as we hit 10.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Fernandez takes the snap, has to elude a couple of defenders. He throws that one up, and that one is incomplete. Good pressure that
Joshua
time
Lopez
from the Blue Thunder.
again.
And again, you mentioned it, Joshua Lopez, just what a playmaker he was for the Eagles this season, and that time getting in the backfield and forcing Fernandez to get rid of that ball earlier than he wanted to.
Had to throw that ball quick, and when he started throwing it, Joshua Lopez was on his ankles trying to get him down, so that's why it went incomplete.
So a 3rd down and 4 upcoming here for the Red Storm.
Got it again.
A hand up right up the middle to Zubiate, but yeah. Zubiate will be looks like about maybe 2 yards short of that 1st down, setting up 4th and 2 for the Red Storm rather.
Yeah, that was a quick snap and handoff to Zubiate, and he only got a couple yards. It looks like the Red Storm will be going for it. They are not bringing the kickoff team out. Here they go. Coming out.
Fernandez takes a shot down the field and just overthrown that time for his intended receiver. That was Avina going down the seam. He had him open. He just had a step, but just a little bit too much on that one.
I don't even think he got his fingertips on it.
No, but we have a flag over there on the far sideline, so we'll see what the call is here. If it's an offsides on the Blue Thunder, it'll give Red Storm a first down.
I thought I saw them jump off sides, and it looks like it is.
So an offsides penalty gives the Red Storm a first down as they cross into Blue Thunder territory for the first time today.
Their first down of the Classic, so maybe they've got some momentum going here.
First down.
Oh, Fernandez
bobbles a snap, now has to scramble, try to make something happen, works his way back to the right. He throws. That pass is complete. Receiver falls down, and that is Angelo Donatelli from Coronado out of the backfield, and Donatelli picks up a first down for the Red Storm, give him 11 yards.
You know, it's a great pickup. You know, after you've bobbled the snap, it goes onto the ground, comes back and goes to his right and throws it to Angelo Donatelli for a first down. So second first down for the Red Storm.
So first down here for the Red Storm. Ball at the 36-yard line of the Blue Thunder. So we approach 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. Fernandez back up the middle. He'll take it himself. Still able to break a couple of tackles and get a good gain of about 8 yards here on first down. And Red Storm, after going 3 and out on their first drive, put together a pretty good drive here so far.
Caleb Gutierrez from Franklin was on the tackle there for Fernandez, so great job from him.
Yeah, Gutierrez, one of the big playmakers on that Franklin defense this year. Second down and 2. Fernandez takes a snap out of the gun, working his way to his left. He throws. That pass is complete to Avina, who eludes a tackle. 15, be down right around the 11 or 12-yard line. Looks like it'll be about 11 yards, so a pickup of 17 for Avina, and another first down for the Red Storm.
Ricardo Valles from Bowie made a showing as that tackle.
And again, you just saw the elusiveness that Avina has. Second completion of the game for Fernandez, and Red Storm can still get a first down here. First and 10 for the 11, and that snap is bobbled. He picks it up, trying to make something out of nothing here, and it looks like he'll be dragged out of play. About maybe a loss of a yard, maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, but either way, good job by Fernandez to at least try to limit the damage on that play.
It was, you know, that's a second bobble snap, and, you know, we talked about it at the pregame, you know, how do you get meshed with these people,
right?
You know, with a new teammate, you know, you got to know how to hike that ball and how it comes to you, and we're having some trouble here.
Fernandez out of the shotgun again, standing at his own 20. He's still looking to throw. He takes a snap, and that one is almost intercepted. Should have been intercepted that time by Joshua Lopez of Andros. Was there on that play. He dropped back into coverage. We bring up a third down, but again, Joshua Lopez, a guy that we've called his name quite often here early on in this game.
Fernandez had a lot of time to throw. He was back there waiting for somebody to get open so he could throw that ball. So they're not rushing Fernandez. They're just taking care of business in the backfield.
So a third down and 11 here from the 12. Fernandez takes the snap, taking plenty of time, still has a lot of time. He'll throw out of the backfield to Zubiate. Zubiate will stop, and he breaks a tackle and gets into the end zone for a touchdown. So a play that looked to be a little broken on that time. Fernandez made something out of nothing, found Zubiate out of the backfield, and just simply overpowered his way into the end zone.
It was unbelievable. He hit Caleb Gutierrez, and he kind of bounced off of Caleb and just ran on in at the 3-yard line. So what a run.
As you see the replay here, yeah, you're right, just basically bounced off of him and went right into the end zone. And again, it helps if you're 6'3", 235 pounds. That you're going to be bouncing off a lot of people if you do that.
You know, I'm about 6'3". Yeah, I can make an indention in somebody real easy. So, great kick is up.
It is good.
It is good.
Jose Orozco knocks in the extra point. So the Red Storm responds with their first points of the game. 7:56 to go here in this first quarter. It is the Blue Thunder 10, Red Storm 7. And just again, we've just seen a lot of great play here so far. And I've seen a couple of the mascots enjoying the festivities. As getting ready for the sponsors here, but a good response there by the Red Storm on that drive.
It is, you know, the penalty, false start penalty by the Blue Thunder may have hurt them because it gave the Red Storm the first down. They went ahead, drove on down the field, and scored that extra touchdown. So with almost 8 minutes left in the first quarter. We've got a close game. It's 10-7.
And a different kind of drive that time. A 9-play drive there for the Red Storm that capped off with that 12-yard touchdown pass to Matthew Zubiate.
You know, Red Storm is a little more balanced than what the Blue Thunder is. They mix some running in there, you know, where Blue Storm is mostly hanging on their passing game.
And we'll see a little bit different because once we get to the second quarter, we'll see a lot of different personnel come into the game. So it'll be a little bit different there as that kick goes into the far side of the field, and Ezekiel Jones will field it right inside the 10-yard line. There it goes, 20, 30.
Wow.
Makes a couple of tackles. Still going on his feet. It looked like he fumbled the football right around the 40-yard line. The Red Storm says they have it. We'll see what the official call is here on the field. Still sorting it out. Jones had a good return, but had the ball stripped away.
Got the ball at the 8-yard line and got it to the 4. Right, it's a Red Storm football.
It is Red Storm football.
What a big turnover for the Blue Thunder, man. Red Storm came out with a great fumble and now got the ball on the 39-yard line, on their 39-yard line.
Yeah, Pierre Robles from Mountain View. The Lobos getting into the action here. He was the one who came up with that fumble, and Robles, who primarily played quarterback for Mountain View this season, gets his name in the score sheet on special teams. So a big play for the Red Storm as they take over inside Blue Thunder territory.
Fernandez is back, getting ready. We've got a double hands off, fumbles the ball. Oh,
and Fernandez gets absolutely leveled on that play. Absolutely leveled by Oscar Del Real from Canutillo. Just that play looked like a little bit of trickery, but just the Blue Thunder were just not having any of it.
It looks like about a 9-yard loss for the Red Storm. So we've got we got some work to do on the Red Storm side.
So second down and 18 from the 46. Fernandez quick snap, pass is complete. Receiver makes his way past the 40-yard line, and he'll be brought down there, and that is completed to Cameron Hill from El Dorado, and it looks like he will at the very least gain the yardage back that they lost on that play. So we set up a 3rd and 10, it looks like, from the 38.
Great play, quick pass, quick set, quick pass, and a good run.
So a 3rd down and 10 here. Now it's 6:35 to go here in the first quarter. Fernandez takes the snap. He's under pressure. He gets hit as he throws. And are they going to rule that a fumble, or are they going to rule that an incomplete pass?
Shane Woodruff from Bel Air came out and hit Fernandez as he was throwing that ball.
And it looks like they are going to rule that an incomplete pass. Appeared that Fernandez's arm was going forward as he got hit. So either way you look at it, it'll be a 3 and out here. So a good stand by the Blue Thunder defense after giving up the turnover. No damage done, and looks like now the Red Storm will have to punt it away. Javier Lopez from Pebble Hills will kick it away. He's standing at midfield, expecting probably, obviously definitely a shorter kick, trying to pin the Blue Thunder back.
Absolutely, and really the Blue Thunder defense came and shined for them, held them, got them back 9 yards, gave them back another 9, gave the Red Storm 9 yards, but they just held their ground and made sure that the mistake on the special teams did not come back and haunt them.
Looks like we'll have a delay game here, but that penalty is just more to, let's see, unless they called a timeout, but that penalty was probably just a little bit more to give the punter a chance to get some more room. But it is a delay game, so we'll give Javier Lopez a little bit more room to punt the football.
It looks like we have timeout on the field also.
Yeah, so it's a timeout on the field. We'll reset here. 6:28 to go here in this first quarter. The 26th Greater El Paso Football Showcase. It is the Blue Thunder leading the Red Storm by a score of 10-7. Tony Venegas alongside Bill Kuhn. And if you're watching the game live here on hszone.tv, thank you very much for making us part of your day. It's a beautiful day here in El Paso at the Sun Bowl as both teams are facing off here in this action. So after the turnover, good defense from the Blue Thunder, and we'll get set to punt this one away. It's Lopez.
Javier
Punts
Lopez.
away. A little bit better kick this time, and that one is going to go out of bounds right near the 15-yard line. Looks like that's where they're going to mark him right there.
Javier Lopez, a star for Pebble Hills High School. Did that, and it had to be a short punt because of the fact that you're standing on your 50-yard line, so you had to punt that short. Could not get your foot into it, so it was a decent punt. Blue Thunder will start on their 15-yard line to see what they can do.
6:23 go in the first quarter. Blue Thunder back out on the field, and we'll have Barfield out of the shotgun. Running back to his right. He hands it off this time, and back will get a couple of yards going, working his way up the left side.
Alejandro Cabal for Austin got the ball first time. Looks like got a 2 yards on that drive.
So 2 yards for Cabral and the Austin Panthers. We'll touch on them a little bit later, but another great story this season for the Panthers. A lot of encouraging signs going on with that program. So 2nd down and 8. Barfield out of the shotgun by himself. He takes a snap, quick throw, and that one is knocked away and incomplete. Intended receiver was Jose Luis Herrera. It looked like Patrick Hernandez from Bel Air was in the area, and Barfield had to get rid of that one quickly as Gavril Bone from Pebble Hills, the one applying a lot of pressure.
He probably applied a lot of pressure down on the ground also when he hit the quarterback.
Yeah.
So that was a good hit by the Pebble Hills star.
Yeah, good hit there. 3rd down and 8 from the 17. Barfield takes the snap, works his way back over to the left side. Now he's going to go ahead and take off himself 20, 25, 30, and he'll get out of bounds right just past the 30-yard line to 31, a gain of 14, and a first down for the Blue Thunder.
Nobody was open downfield, and he had to take the ball into his own hands and scramble for about 12 yards down the field.
Yeah, Barfield also, one thing I noticed here, not moving quite as quickly as he usually does. Did suffer an injury in the bi-district playoff game against Midland Lee, so still kind of shaking off that a little bit. On 1st down, he throws. Quick pass over to Obanon there on the left side, 30-35. Ball is fumbled, but it goes out of bounds, and looks like he'll be marked right at the 35 or 36, so give him about 5 yards on that play.
A good scramble and good throw by Barnfield to get that ball down the field.
So Aaron Morales there on the tackle brings up a 2nd down and 5 at the 36-yard line. So we're down under 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Barfield takes a snap. Another quick throw out to the sideline. Obanon again to 35, trying to make a man miss. Cuts it back upfield to the 40, and he'll get tripped up right there.
Josh Sapporo from Coronado trips him up and gets the tackle.
So, but after all that, it looks like that was enough to give him the first down. So the Blue Thunder moved to change. Another pass to Obanon, and that's another first down here as we get set to go again. Barfield now with two backs in the backfield this time. One receiver lined up on the far side. Another quick pass out. That one is complete, and not able to really do a whole lot with that as Jose Luis Herrera gets tripped up on that one, and looks like that play lost about a yard.
Aaron Morales over there tackle him from Del Valle, hanging into his assignment and made sure he didn't leave so he could get the tackle.
So it's a 2nd down and 11 here from the 40-yard line. Barfield out of the gun, hand the ball off, and a big hold there on that right side, and runner will be brought down just past the 45-yard line. That is Alejandro Cabral again from Austin, and a good pickup. It looks like about 7 yards, sets up 3rd and 4 for the Blue Thunder.
47, Patrick Hernandez from Bel Air on the tackle. Great tackle for him. 3rd down.
So 3rd down and 4. Barfield out of the shotgun again. He sits in the pocket. He's going to take a shot out the field, and that one's going to go out of play and incomplete. The intended receiver was Jose Luis Herrera, and another incomplete pass will set up 4th down. It looks like we'll see what they decide to do here, but it looks like the Blue Thunder will go ahead and punt this one away.
Probably a good call by Brooks on about the 47-yard line to go ahead and punt that ball. Don't give the Red Storm any chance. He already saw that Red Storm can drive that ball down the field and score a touchdown. So it's a wise call for Coach Brooks.
Yeah, so as they'll get set to punt this one away. We had 3:21 to go in the first quarter. Blue Thunder with a 10-7 lead. As he gets set to punt that way, that's Ruben Melendez from El Dorado. He punts it. That's a short kick, and we'll take a bounce, and it'll roll just past the 30-yard line over to the 31. That's where the Red Storm will take over. 3:11 to go here in the first quarter. 10-7 for the Blue Thunder.
Robert Minhades from Eastwood was back. Could not get the ball because of the short punt. It was about a 25-yard punt.
Yeah, so a short punt sets up the Red Storm in at least decent field position from their own 31-yard line. 3:11 to go in the first quarter. Fernandez back out there in that empty set. This time he's all by himself. Receiver goes in motion. He takes the snap. It's a quick pass out to the outside 30. And they're trying to make his man miss. Get down to the 35. That is Angelo Donatelli there in motion. Pick up about 4 yards on that play.
Great little run, backward pass to Donatello to get him 4 yards out there. So it's second down, 6 yards for the Red Storm.
Second down here as they work their way quickly. Ball handed off to Zubiate, who gets tripped up. They're about a yard short of the 40-yard line. Pick up about 4 yards, so it'll set up a 3rd down and 2 for the Red Storm. As now hit 2.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Zubiarte never got his feet after he got the ball. He just started stumbling when he got the ball, so he was lucky he got that 4 yards.
So a 3rd down and 2 from the 39.
Oh.
And a snap gets away from Fernandez. He's able to pick it up, and right as he picks it up, he gets brought down in the backfield.
Joshua Lopez.
By Joshua Lopez. We've called his name quite a bit here in this first quarter.
Joshua's all over that field, and he's around that ball. Wherever that ball is, Joshua Lopez is there.
So a big loss on that play. Bark it back all the way, loss of 14 on that play. Set up a 4th down, and the Red Storm will have to punt it away. So after getting at least somewhat good field position, just the second drive in a row, going 3 and out.
After we saw a quick 17 points, we've seen this Blue Thunder's defense really kind of stop any momentum from the Red Storm and kept them on the field. Kept the Blue Thunder ahead.
That punt's off and away. Gets a pretty good bounce there, and we stopped at the 35-yard line, and that's where the Blue Thunder will take over. 1:15 to go here in this first quarter. It is a 10-7 game, the 2016 year All-Star game, and again, a little bit of a different format this time. Instead of a East versus West, these teams were pre-drafted a few weeks ago prior to the game this afternoon.
We've got the Blue Thunder coming out, getting set up on offense. Joshua Lopez on defense has just been all over that field, been the star of the Blue Thunder so far today.
Yeah, he's really been the standout there on the defense. As Barfield takes a snap, he's going to take a shot down the field. He's got Andrews down there. Jump ball, that one's knocked away and incomplete. And a couple of defenders back time.
Marco Alvarado from Horizon broke up the pass.
Yeah, Alvarado was there. Andrew Revilla, Andrews' teammate, he was there as well. And good defensive play that time by the Red Storm, by Alvarado breaking up that pass. And Andrews is a guy that can go up and get those jump balls, but again, good defense that time. 2nd down and 10 at the 35. Empty set here for Barfield. He takes a snap. Looks to throw. Now he'll get it right over the middle, and that one is dropped and incomplete from Obanon. And boy, he was wide open right there in the middle of the field.
Nobody around him. He could have run another 5-10 yards before anybody would have picked him up. And with his speed, he could have probably jetted past the backs on that. So
it could have very easily scored because there was, at least from looking at that play, there was only one red jersey there in the secondary. He beats him. He's going to score a touchdown.
That's right.
So 3rd down and 10, 1:04 to go here in the third quarter. Barfield out of the gun, trips to his left, or to his right rather. He takes another shot down the field, and that pass is caught but out of bounds by Zacharias Prussia. Again, some good defense being played that time. Alvarado again on coverage. Get to see the replay of that. Barfield took at least a pretty good shot. It was a good catch by Prussia, but just coming away out of bounds, not able to stay in bounds. In fact, actually that one was broken up there, I should say. But good defense there by the Red Storm, and now they forced the Blue Thunder to go 3 and out.
Is this their first punt today? The Blue Thunder's first punt?
I believe this is their second.
Second punch of the day.
Yeah, they punted on their last drive. In fact, ever since that touchdown drive by the Red Storm,
over the punter's head.
That went right over his head. Melendez trying to fall on top of it, and he does. But that'll set up the Red Storm in great field position, just right there inside the 10-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark him at the 7. As just a good play that time. Just
Pierre Robles was down there to jump on the punter.
Yeah, just the punter, just the snap went over the punter's head, and a big opportunity here for the Red Storm as they'll mark that one inside at the 6-yard line.
6-yard line for the Red Storm, getting geared up. He's got 2 people in the backfield with him.
So Fernandez going to work here. It's Zubiate and Donatelli in the backfield, lining up for Red Storm. He hands it off to Donatelli up the middle, and he'll work his way down towards the goal line. Looks like they'll mark him at the 1. So 5-yard run from Donatelli, and he was a guy that also, you want to talk about versatility, he was a guy that's versatile. They line him up at wide receiver, a quarterback, a little bit of running back as well. So he's a guy that can move around a lot of different positions.
You know, if you have a player that's triple threat like that, how can you stop him?
So 2nd down and goal here from the 1, and everybody started moving that
false
time.
Start on somebody.
A little bit of a false start. Looks like false start on probably the entire left side of the line there. Everybody moved, at least on that side. So, but a little bit of a discussion, and I believe they'll mark this 5 yards back.
This will be the first penalty for the Red Storm today, I believe, for 5 yards on false start.
So false start penalty, and just I'll make a note of it too for an all-star game that you see a lot of guys, a lot of new personnel getting all used to each other. I haven't seen a whole lot of penalties here in this first quarter. It's been a relatively clean first quarter, and now we have a timeout on the field.
Red Storm called the timeout on the field with 12 seconds left in the first quarter.
Yeah, so a timeout for the Red Storm. 12 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 10-7 for the Blue Thunder. Tony Venegas alongside Bill Kuhn calling all the action here from a beautiful afternoon here in El Paso at the Sun Bowl as both teams are facing off. And again, we'll have a few presentations at the end of this first quarter, and really, just overall, this first quarter's been pretty clean. We've seen a lot of really good plays, but just over the last few minutes, just also seen some defenses really step up.
The defenses has stepped up. We've got some bad snaps, and that's just because you don't know. The center doesn't know the quarterback and how to handle that. So a little sloppy on offense, but only a few penalties, and which is huge for an all-star game like this.
So out of the timeout, we'll have 12 seconds left. Be 2nd down and goal from the 6-yard line. Have 2 receivers to each. Matthew Zubiate. Red Storm, that is Angelo Donatelli, the Coronado Thunderbird, from 6 yards out, and the Red Storm have the lead for the first time this afternoon.
What a great play that was. I've been seeing Nathan Mendoza chasing out the quarterback, Fernandez, on numerous times. He hasn't got to the quarterback yet, but Nathan Mendoza has been in the backfield chasing Fernandez, and Mendoza is from Parkland High School, so we've got the kick, extra point kick going. The ball has not been hiked yet. It is getting ready to be hiked.
Yes, that Orozco on to try the extra point. Snap is down. Kick is up on the way, and it is good. So 3 seconds left here in this first quarter, and the Red Storm have the lead for the first time this afternoon at 14-10. And again, just special teams. That short drive set up thanks to that snap over the punter's head. And Fernandez has his second touchdown pass of the quarter to this time finding Donatelli.
Absolutely. You know, the defense has been holding bad snap has really set it up. You've got two sets of points, on one for each team, on a bad kick on the first one, and then this bad hike, back snap over the head of the punter. So here we go. We got Blue Storm getting ready to receive the ball from the Red Thunder. Well, I got it all mixed up. The Red Storm.
Yeah, just the new names. I mean,
yeah,
it's something we're all getting used to. I mean, the Red Storm. I mean, there is another team across the country. The Red Storm has St. John's.
Absolutely.
So at least there's some familiarity with that. But Orozco will get set to kick off. I would imagine, obviously, with this play probably being it for the first quarter.
I'm sure.
And once we get to the second quarter, we'll see an entirely different personnel out there. So we'll get to talk about those guys on the field at the end of this quarter. So as
the ball blows off the tee again.
Blows off the tee again. Second time that's happened. And one thing I've noticed too, the wind looks like it's picked up a little bit, and now is actually from the open end of the stadium blowing in.
That's right.
Towards towards the band and the general mission stands here at the Sun Bowl.
It's the south end is always the windy area of the Sun Bowl. So we've got the kick punter being ready to kick.
And here we go. Orozco kicks that one off. It's actually a pretty deep kick.
Oh, wow.
And that one is going to go into the end zone for a touchback. And just mentioned it, with the wind going now the opposite direction, getting a little bit of a boost. And we saw that the wind was actually going the opposite end here towards at the start of this game. So kind of, again, that's just all part of playing in this stadium. It's just how much the wind swirls around.
It does, and the flags on the field goal posts are all going from the south to the north, so it's getting to be a little more windier as the afternoon goes on.
So as everybody gets set to take the field,
ball's going to be placed on the 25-yard line,
and now it looks like we have
Brooks.
A little bit of a stoppage here as Brooks is talking with the officials. Head coach Don Brooks talking with the officials about something. Not really sure what the issue might be, but in any case, it'll be first down and 10 from the 25-yard line. 3 seconds to go here in this first quarter. The Red Storm leading 14-10. Barfield out of the gun. He takes the snap. Looks to throw. Pump fakes. Now is under some pressure. Is able to somehow get out of it. Still looking to throw. Now he's going to take a shot down the field, and that pass is knocked away at the last second. He had Tyrese Andrews down on the field, but that time Marco Alvarado from Horizon breaks up that pass to end the first quarter. Just a lot of just great play all around. Great play from Barfield just to be able to get out of all that and find a way to make a throw. But Alvarado, for the second time this quarter, makes a great defensive play.
Alvarado's on the ball, and he's out there, and he broke up the play. Barfield was looking, and I don't know how he got out of that tackle.
Yeah.
It looked like he had gotten swamped. He somehow ducked around, moved around, threw it down the field, but to no avail.
Yeah, so to no avail that time. He ends the first quarter with 125 passing yards, and we're through one quarter here at the Greater El Paso Football Showcase. Our score at the end of one is the Red Storm 14, Blue Thunder 10. I have some sponsorship presentations coming up here, but when we come back, we'll have more action here from the Sun Bowl at this 26th Greater El Paso Football Showcase.
To the school district. Because of different NCAA regulations, we would not be able to have these games at the Sun Bowl without the support of the Sled Independent School District. So I'd like to present Board of Trustees member Charlie Bustillos and offering a big for the support of this game. We thank you. The Sled Independent School District, Mr. Vasilis. Thank you. Our next sponsor is a major sponsor. All of the jerseys that you see, all of the sportswear that the coaches are wearing, the t-shirts that the players are wearing, anything that the Showcase and All-Star Game wears has been donated generously by BSN. We'd like to give a big thank you to his team for St. Juanes, Joseph. Thank you so much, BSN Sports. They donate over $15,000 worth of sportswear. Thank you, BSN. Our next major sponsor is Western. I'm corrected. $12,000. Western Banks has stepped in and generously donated $12,000. Thank you, Ms. Garcia, on behalf of the All-Star Game. Our next sponsor we'd like to thank you is Albertsons. Albertsons has stepped up as Nancy Key. We want to say a big thank you. They have generously donated $7,500. On behalf of Albertsons, Laura Raber will represent them. Thank you. Casa de Leon has generously donated $9,000 to the All-Star Game and to the Combine. Casa de Leon, also the owner, is a football coach here. So Mr. Dick Bomback is going to pass along. Later come out of high school under Coach Brooks. We're now coaching together. $9,000. Thank you so much, Casa de Leon. Now, Paso Electric Company. One of my ex-players, Steve Marachek, has generously been involved in the game. The Paso Electric Company has donated $10,000. Do not complain when your bill goes up. It's coming right here. So I'd like to thank you, Steve, for your generous support. Thank you. We'd like to also recognize Hicks and Lamas as a supporter here for the game. Thank you, Hicks and Lamas. As everybody knows, we initiated the draft this year. And the sponsor of the draft was our own Ashley Caesar, Monday of El Paso. Thank you, Ashley Caesar, for sponsoring the draft. Thank you, Ashley. Coca-Cola, Chris Nieto has generously donated all of the products of drinks for the All-Star Game. Thank you, Coca-Cola. Again, please support our sponsors. Without them, we would not have this game. Thank you, and let's play ball.
Welcome back here to the Sun Bulls. We get a second quarter. So football, this matchup between the Red Storm and the Blue Thunder. Red Storm with a 14-10 lead. Blue Thunder with the football. Anthony Baird now at quarterback for the Blue Thunder. In the first play, he takes a sack. He is brought down by the 20 for the Blue Thunder. Baird looking to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field one-on-one with his receiver. That pass is caught by Emilio Rios down the seam, down the sideline, and a big completion for a first down.
Emilio Rios shared his talents over there at East Lake, and they're high-powered.
So a big pass completion. Big pass. Pierre Robles again from Mountain View. He's made a few good plays on defense to start this off, defense and special teams.
He has, and the defense back archery. Although they've made a huge play right there, you know, Red Storm's out in the backfield.
So second down and 10 from the 43-yard line. Baird out of the gun. That brings up a third and long, 3rd and 13. 3rd and 13 from the Red